This is the FFR Trading Market Minute. This is a daily candlestick chart of the SPY, the ETF for the S&P 500. And you can see early in the week, I thought we'd get that rally. We did. The target was the gap fill back here. Well, we about halfway filled that gap before the market rolled over and hit our downside target. Now, this line that I drew here is actually the weekly 200 period moving average here. So it did hit that downside target. Now, we're not quite oversold, so we could have a little more downside here. But on the daily chart here, you see our RSI, it was oversold at this point. We got that rally. Now it has come down. The market has made a new low or lower low. All right, but we have a higher low in the oscillator here. So that potentially could be some divergence where we could see a rally off of that weekly 200 period moving average. But to give you the next downside target, let's go to the monthly chart. The downside target I see here, if you see, this was the peak in 2020 before the COVID crash. You see the COVID crash here. I'm going to put a little line here because that will be the next target below the weekly 200 period that we've just hit. We do have some divergence here on the monthly chart as well. So we've got a low and a lower low. We've got a low in our RSI, but a higher low. All right, so we'll see if we get a rally early in the week. The other thing I wanted to point out here is this is, again, the monthly chart of the SPY. And I'm just going to go back. I think this chart will go back all the way to 1990. And you can see the upward bias of the S&P 500 here. But we did peak so far in January of 2022. Now, I want you to take a look at the Nikkei, the Japanese stock market. Going back to 1950 through 1990 was its peak. In January of 1990. And you see the Nikkei fell. It's kind of similar to what we're experiencing now, but look at the next 30 years of movement here in the Nikkei to current. So here's where we are, October of 2022, and you'll see once that Nikkei made the high back in 1990, it has never taken that high out. And it has really kind of gone sideways. Even in this last bull market that we've had, it was not able to make a new high. And my thoughts are this could be our U.S. stock market over the next decade or more. Anyway, food for thought. A full slate of news this week from ISM Manufacturing PMI on Monday all the way through the unemployment rate on Friday. Have a great trading week, and we'll see you next week. This has been the FFR Trading Market Minute.